Hello, Scorpios. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Scorpio, we're going into the Tea Leaf Oracle deck. We're going to ask about your past, present, and your future energies. And we're going to get into the tarot too, because the tea leaf won't tell us everything. It'll just get us curious, and we'll have to get into it a little bit more. So we're going to get started, Scorpio. Your past, present, and future energies. If you are interested, there's a link in the description below to book a private reading with me. Yeah, that'll tell you everything you need to know. That's all I got to say about that. It's a link in the description. I think we're about I think it's about a 5-week wait. So yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. And there's a lot of different options for different prices and different time amounts for the readings. And yeah, as I said, it's all in there. That's it. All right. Past, present, and future, Scorpio. In the past, lightning. Control your anger, you'll be sorry. There was something going on in the past here that was poking Scorpio. Poking Scorpio. Ooh, lightning. It might have been something that came in suddenly. Or it could have been something that you just, like, maybe you just felt, like, really upset. Now, control your anger, you will be sorry. I don't know what you did. Maybe you controlled your anger, maybe you didn't. If you didn't, maybe you're like, damn, this didn't work out well. And if you did, you're thinking, well, I guess that was okay. I don't know. Presently, your energy presently. Mice. They look like rats to me, though. Discord among friends and family. Oh my God, dagger. Fear, worries, intense situation. Holy scorpionic. The hell? Woo! Something intense. Okay. In the future. Whew, this energy. Oh, a fair man. It's going to be fair. Maybe it's fair. Oh, what is this? A fair man. Dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. Barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. It's interesting. Do these two go hand in hand? And now, maybe it could be a man who has blonde, gray, or white hair. It could be somebody who has a fair complexion. Like, and regardless of what your skin type is, like, they just could be more fair. Like, if you have like really dark skin, this person might be of the same skin type, but they might be a little bit lighter. But it could also be that this is just a fair person. You know, this person in dealing with situations, this person is very fair. Also, and they feel, maybe this person feels something is lacking, or you feel something is lacking with this person. Damn, man, what's going on with this energy, Scorpio? Wow. There's the fucking rat. There's the little fucker. I love good fortune rat. The fuck? How do you have so much in the upright? I thought it was just 2. Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Chair filled. Someone new is entering your life. This is all in the past. You guys are like living a lot out there. Wait, yeah, okay, sorry. They're rolling in my hands here. Door. Opportunities are waiting for you. Love. Good fortune. Rat. Someone working against you behind your back. Table. Hard work ahead. Oh, I don't know. I need to deal with what's on the table first. That's like a lot, my Scorpionics. I like that. That's new. It's almost like hedgehonic? No. Sonic the Hedgehog. It's a hedgehog. Yeah, you're like Scorpionic. That's your new name. I like that one. You like it? Scorpionic. Okay. Lightning. Control your anger. You'll be sorry. I don't know. This might not even be you. Like, maybe it's somebody you're dealing with. Like, just control it. Just keep it down there. Who was angry? Let's ask that. Who was angry in the past? The World and the King of Cups. I think it's somebody angry that something ended with you. Somebody's angry that something ended here with you. You look calm. You're like, yeah, it's cool. It's whatever, man. It's whatever. I'm Scorpionic. No, somebody's angry that something ended with you. That's what it looks like. Who was sorry? A reversed emperor and a reversed fool. That's very interesting. That's like a false start. I feel like the Fool in the reverse is a false start. It's also somebody who is, yeah, no, pretty much with a false start. Now, the Emperor in the reverse, that's not a nice energy. That's a kind of a very egotistical, controlling, manipulative person who is in some form of a leadership role. So, okay, that's who's sorry. What went down? What went down? I was going to ask, like, what went down here in the past? Whoa. Okay. The Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. There could have been like a kid involved, a child involved. There might have been some type of betrayal here. Like maybe the child betrayed somebody. Maybe a child betrayed you. What went down here? Now, there could have been, in some way here, a child might have been betrayed as well. No, I can see why there'd be anger in this situation. I mean, especially if you're dealing with a kid or something like that. Like, what the heck? Man, that's in the past. But today, now, I find it interesting that you're dealing with mice. I'm going to talk about that with you, okay? Because in the past, you were dealing with a rat. There's a big difference between mice and rats. Having worked in pest control for 16 years in a past life, I know these things. These are rats, but they're being described as mice. Okay, now, rats and mice have very different behaviors, okay? A rat is very solitary, and they will work behind the scenes. If you see a rat, if you see one rat, and you think, oh, I have one rat, no. You probably have a dozen, because they're the kind of animal that is very secluded. Yeah, secluded. They're kind of shy, and they can be nervous, which sounds kind of funny, right? So you'll have them there before you even realize you do. And by the time you realize you do, you have a lot of them there. So mice, on the other hand, are very different. Mice are a little more bold, and mice will run around and they'll be right in front of you. I'm like, oh my God, I can't watch that. You might just have one. Chances are you probably have more, but you might just have one. So there's something that happened in the past here where you may have been dealing in a situation and you had rats all around you and you had no idea, right? But then by the time you realize, like one pops out as a rat and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that. The person is such a rat, you dirty little rat, right? Like rats will steal. They will. I had pet rats too. Domesticated ones. They were cute. They were really cute. Ratty Ray, he was cute. He was black with white. He was white with black spots, and he used to groom my eyebrows. But he would steal my shit. And I thought my college roommate was stealing Actually, I thought my college roommate was doing a lot of stuff, and I realized it was the female rat that was doing all this. No, he was stealing my stuff. And I did at one point, I said to my roommate, I said, are you like taking the soaps? I had like these decorative soaps. She's like, no, I thought you were taking them somewhere. I'm like, no. And then later I found them. I can't remember where I found them. They were stashed behind the toilet or something like that. And I realized the rat was stealing my stuff and hiding them. And then I got him a friend. I thought, well, maybe that'll keep him out of trouble. But then they have so many babies. So then I got separate cages for them. I would come home from school and they would not be in their cages. They'd be running around having a good time. Like, what the fuck? Who let you out? And so I started thinking again that it was my roommate. And she's like, I'm not letting the rats out. I don't want more baby rats. And so I was sitting there watching TV one night and I hear like at the cages, they were on like a little table near the sofa. And I'm watching her. She was smart and she was mean too, though. She didn't like me. Probably because she was competing for Ratty Ray's attention with me, right? Anyways, we'll get to you in a second. So I'm just telling you, rats are really smart. You don't know what's going on. See? You don't know what's going on. So then I look, and I'm looking at, she's getting her little hands out, And she is getting herself out of her cage. I'm just sitting there watching this, see how this progresses. And then what does she do? She goes over to Ratty Ray's cage and she fucking lets him out. He just sits there like a dumb oaf. Like, she's like in there. And and out they go. And then they ran, and then they started having sex. It's like, God damn these two. They kissed so many baby rats. I ran out of other students to give rats to. Anyways, they're really smart. And you don't know what the fuck is going on until it's already going on. So this is a bad experience. I want to say it's a bad experience, and right? And then what does it do? It leads to a lot of hard work. Like now I've got to catch up on this. Now I realize I don't just have one rat, because at first you think you just have one rat around you, and then there's a whole bunch of them here in the shadows. That's a hard work. That's a hard work. And then, so now, today, you have discord among friends and family. So I find that fascinating, because this one up front, at least to me, that is 100% a rat with a tail like that. It's a big, thick tail. No. And it's like the length of the rat too. Yeah. Is that a roof rat? I think roof rats have longer tails than Norway rats. But anyways, there's something going on here. And like the mice, it's almost like, I want to say that you feel like there's a rat in the mix. That's what's going on for you right now. You feel like there's a rat in the mix because you have experience with rats in the past. And right now, you're like, there's a rat in this mix. I know there is. But where is it? And who is it? Fears, worries, in a tense situation. It kind of makes it feel like somebody is doing something here that, maybe they're interfering. Maybe they're putting whispers in people's ears, and you're like, where is this coming from? Like, who, what is going on? Okay, that's one way that I see that. I found that was a very distinct message, that you had a rat in the past and you have a card right now that is the mice card, but they look like rats. Now that could also be your perception. You might see, like, you might have something going on around you, and, rodents aren't great because they serve a purpose in nature, right? But when they're in the wrong environment, they're very, very dangerous. Rats were not the cause of the bubonic plague, but the fleas on them were. So, right, like they were sort of a carrier of death. They were the carrier of death. And they will destroy, like, the amount of food that rats destroy worldwide every year is like, probably billions of tons of food. I don't know. Like, it's a ton. Like, once they get into grain, you can't, like, it's contaminated with their feces and their urine. So you can't use that food. And they will consume tons of it. But they will also cut, like, right, they'll chew wires. They're voracious gnawers. Their teeth are always growing like a beaver. So they have to gnaw. So they'll gnaw on wires. They can cause fires. They can do so much damage. But if you know you have them there and you're controlling them, you feel like you're in control of the situation, you're probably okay, right? It's the fact of life. I got a few rodents in my family or friend group here. So, right, you may be in a situation where they might just be mice, and there's a couple of them, but you could be based on the rat experience thinking there's always more, right? But maybe there isn't. Maybe they're just mice. They just look like rats because that's what your experience was. And, right, this could be causing some sort of fear or worry. You might be worried about somebody coming after you, or some sort of vengeance or something here. You might be wrong. I don't know. Let's pull out tarot. That's what we're doing. That's where we are right now. There was so much to say about your present situation. Like, there was so much available information there. Discord among friends and family. Discord. Let's see what that is. I was about to pick up the cards. They're all face down. And I like, well, you know, if something like the devil comes out, then we know that you're dealing with a rat. Shut the front door. Oh my God. You got the devil, the 5 of swords, the 4 of wands, and the empress. Oh, it's interesting. It's interesting. Okay, let me not say anything. What is the dagger? What is the dagger? The Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, and Temperance is the dagger. Ooh, you're like holding off on something here. Okay. No, there's something going on. Well, there is a rat. There is a rat. There's a rat in the mix. You do have a rat in the mix, Scorpio. Because I thought to myself, well, like I told you, as I'm shuffling, I thought, well, I guess if we get the devil card. But, you know, other things could come out to indicate that this isn't so bad. Because I was in my head, as I was shuffling, I thought, what would indicate that there is a rat? You know, because I'm preparing myself for what the answers could be. And I'm thinking, as I'm shuffling, what cards would signify to me that there's, you know, a lot of other cards that could, but that was the first one that came out. And there it is. So there is. And whatever the situation is with that, you are in a no-win situation with this rat. You may or may not know who it is, but you know that there's one there. You have a rat in your mix. You do. And if we think about that too, right? Like even the phrase, I don't want to rat someone out. I don't want to like, so it could be somebody who rats out things. It could be somebody who has a big mouth. It could be somebody who is always looking for an opportunity to get somebody else in trouble. Sorry. Tight. I put new exterior illumination on the outside of my house over the last week. I fucking hate that shit. It is harder to do the stuff on the wall than the ceiling. Anyways, I got a bit of stiffness going on. You do. Now, here's the thing. You may have a love interest of some sort here, or you may already be in a relationship. Or the person that you're in a relationship is this. But it's friends and family. It feels like friends and family do not like someone that you like. And they're ratty about it. Rats, what did I say? Rats steal. Rats, I think they could be jealous. I'm pretty sure Sandy was the name. Even, oh my God, isn't that funny? Cindy and Sandy and Ratty Ray. It was a really weird triangulation. I thought I was getting him a pretty little friend. Yeah, she was. And she was like, I'm going to free us from this slavery. This Cindy woman is keeping us slaves, Ray. We got to get her. I really need to write silly books on my life because this shit is crazy. Okay. You're waiting something out. I feel like you're waiting something out. You might even be really patient here. Now, there could be something that happened in the past where you got baited. Somebody might have baited you and you reacted and you felt it. Like somebody might have done something intentionally here to you in the past. And like you have experience about that. You're like, I'm not going there again. I'm not, right? Because you are concerned about something, or a situation feels tense and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to because this Knight of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles and Temperance to me is someone who's going to see how it plays out. I'm not going to get involved. I'm going to sit back and go mind my own business over here. I'm going to look after me and I'm just going to sit and I'm going to meditate. I'm going to find balance here in this situation. Yeah, something going on. This, honestly, I think it's one of two things. It's either your partner is a rat, okay? Now, I don't know if you're still in a relationship with this person. Maybe you're not. Maybe you are. This person, like, they just could like causing problems with friends and family. Like, they could just be a little shit disturber, you know, in whatever degree this is. And you're like, I'm not going to get involved, is your energy. Now, It could also be, it feels to me a little bit like there could be someone here that you really like, and it could even be your partner, but someone in your friend and family group is like, and for whatever reason, this person, I want to say, must have some sort of clout, status, something going on here that gives you the Five of Swords, where you're not going to win in this situation. There is no way. So you're just going to bide your time, and you're just going to kind of let things play out. You might even be keeping to yourself right now. You could even be, you're like, maybe this is great Uncle Paul or something. And you're like, you know what? Guy's 89. He can't keep going. So I'm just going to wait him out. Once great Uncle Paul is gone, then I'm going to marry my beau, or a beau. You're going to marry your beau or whatever. I don't know. You're just waiting something out. Okay. So it is interesting. In the future, there's a fair man here feeling like something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Now, this could be like if you're a man and you recognize yourself as like, you know what, I'm a fair person. I'm a fair person and I have a lot to give in relationships. I also treat people like fairly and respectfully and whatever. But it's almost like you feel like, it's almost got that energy like good guys don't win, is what it feels like with, you know, feeling this lack here in some area of life. Now, if you are not a man, there could be someone that you're dealing with or someone that you're going to meet in the future who is feeling like something is lacking in their life. So let's just see. The fair man. Oh my. This is a nice man. The Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Everybody is happy in this. Look at everybody's like, they're holding hands and they're cuddling. And everyone around them is happy, and that is really nice. Now, okay, I want to say something here too. In both these pictures, I've never really noticed this before. In both these pictures, both partners are really like enthralled with each other. You're like, the focus in these pictures is they are focused on each other. Now, it doesn't look like, though, that it's one of those relationships where everything around them falls apart, because it's the 10, so it's not that. This looks to me like a relationship where two people have a very strong bond, and naturally everything grows and flourishes in that. You know, as opposed to where somebody might just be really focused on their career, and then somebody else just focused on the kids, and then these two don't even know who each other are anymore, who one another is. This is interesting. This is in your future, or you are this person, I want to say, right? Like if you're. So what is the barrel? You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. What's the Star? Your blessing, your gift from the heavens. Oh, is this the thing that you want? The thing that you would like? This is like a dream. This is like a beautiful, beautiful energy in the future. I'm going to be honest, though. You're going to feel the lack of it. You're going to be like, you know, I don't have it in my life right now. That's what that looks like. So again, either you have a partner right now and it is not. It's not. This is somebody who causes discord. This is somebody who, like, you know, it's just fun to stir the pot and see how everybody reacts and sit back and, you know, it could be that, right? Or there's somebody here that you really, really like, but I don't know why. There's a problem here between family and friends on it. And I feel like there's one in particular. Now, it's interesting, right? Rats and mice do not live in the same environment together very well. Rats will predate mice. They'll take them over. They'll eat them up. They're really opportunistic and tenacious. Really are. So the rat could be keeping things away as well. That could be the other way. The rat is keeping things away. Tell me more about the Star. The Page of Swords. It's the thing that you're watching for. The thing that you're looking out for. The thing that you're learning about. The Page of Swords. The Six of Pentacles and Justice. Fair and equitable. Goodness gracious, Scorpio. Okay, so just prepare yourself. I want to say, you're going to be feeling this. You're going to be feeling this lack in the future. Like there's something that you're looking for. It's something that adds. It's the beauty in your life that I feel like in some type of relationship or home dynamic that you don't have right now. And you just, I don't know what's going to trigger it. Or maybe I'll ask, what will trigger this for Scorpio? I feel like if you're kind of aware of it, you can prepare yourself. You can make sure you've got the snacks that you like, the salted ones and the sweet ones in the cupboard. You have a warm blanket. You got your DVDs ready. And you just do that, right? That's how I would deal with it. So I don't have to do that. How is this going to trigger Scorpio? How will this kind of this feeling of lack get triggered? The Seven of Cups, the Magician, and the Five of Cups. Oh, you just don't know what you're manifesting. It's just like, it just feels like you're confused about this. You're just confused. There's so many options. It could be this way or that way. And it just feels like you're just manifesting disappointment and sadness. Okay. Yeah, get the blanket and the DVDs and the salted and the sweet snacks. You know, you can get the caramel popcorn's good too. Just find a friend who's a Taurus moon and they'll tell you exactly what you need for a period like this. All right, I'm going to go do the extended, Scorpio. In the extended, I'm going to ask, what unexpected truth about yourself? What is an unexpected truth about yourself? You may or may not know this yet. Okay. What is an unexpected truth you have or will learn about life? And what is an unexpected truth about someone around you? There are two options in the description below if you would like to follow me to the extended. Thank you so much, Scorpionics. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.